On the behalf of Government Engineering College Banswara, I, Dr. Sunil Gadwal, welcomes you once again in video lecture classes. Today we are going to discuss about ultimate analysis of a fuel sample. The ultimate analysis is based on combustion calculation. That means in this method we are going to analyze a solid fuel, for example coal, to determine its quality. So first we have to do complete combustion of given or taken coal sample, and then we have to analyze percentage of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen and S content of the coal sample. So the ultimate analysis include to determine the constituent present in coal like carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, oxygen and S. So first we will take a determination of carbon and hydrogen. Carbon and hydrogen can be determined by combustion of a known weight of coal sample in the presence of dry oxygen in a combustion apparatus. So as we know that any fuel on combustion, if it is having carbon and hydrogen, and then in the presence of dry oxygen, this carbon will burn and release corresponding CO2, while this hydrogen will release H2O moisture. So this corresponding CO2 and H2O are absorbed on a known quantity of KOH for trapping of CO2 and anhydrous CaCl2 to trap moisture H2O. The KOH taken in a bulb and anhydrous CaCl2 is taken in a tube. The percentage of carbon and hydrogen in the coal sample is then calculated on the basis of increase in weight of the bulb and the tube. So this is the simple apparatus. From this inlet we have to pass the oxygen, atmospheric oxygen, while this U tube is containing soda lime mixture, plus the outlet of this U tube is inlet for this another trap where we are using concentrated sulfuric acid. So this atmosphere oxygen should be free from CO2 and moisture. And now from this outlet dry oxygen will enter in this tube. So this is a CaO spiral screen. This is also CaO gas, and here we are keeping CaO chorus one block, and the coal we are taking in this boat type crucible. So here in this boat type crucible a known amount of coal we will take, then we put a CaO spiral here, then chorus CaO, then CaO gas, and this tube we will close, and the other end of this tube is connected with one U tube which is filled with anhydrous CaCl2. So this anhydrous CaCl2, what will do, when this coal will burn and it will release CO2 and moisture. So that moisture this anhydrous CaCl2 will trap, and this CO2 will enter in this U2, and from this outlet it will come here in this first bulb. This first and second this bulb are containing or filled with KOH. So this KOH will trap the CO2, and here is also one guard tube is connected. This guard tube having a function that it will not allow the atmospheric moisture to enter in this bulb, so that the error in weight due to moisture is possibility will be nil. So this is very simple apparatus. So anhydrous CaCl2, as we know, that work as a water absorbent. So CaCl2 can absorb 7 molecules of water, so it will make CaCl2 7H2O, heptahydrated calcium chloride. Similarly, KOH absorbs the carbon dioxide, so 2 KOH plus CO2, K2CO3 plus H2. Following reactions will take place during burning of the coal sample. So when we burn the coal sample, in the coal, as we know, carbon is present, so that carbon react with anhydrous oxygen and it will make CO2. So weight of carbon is 12 and weight of CO2 is 44. So in another word, we can say that from 12 mole carbon we can make 44 mole of CO2. Similarly, when hydrogen is present in coal sample and combustion, it will form corresponding moisture. So if 2 mole of hydrogen we are taking, it is making 18 mole of water. So on the basis of these two formulas, percentage of carbon weight increase in KOH2 upon weight of coal sample taken into 12 by 44 into 100, we will calculate the percentage amount of carbon present in coal sample, and with the help of this formula, percentage of hydrogen, we can calculate increase in weight of anhydrous CaCl2 into 2 divided by weight of coal sample into 18 into 100. So with the help of these two formulas, we will calculate the percentage of carbon and hydrogen, how much present in coal sample. So in starting, what we will do, we check the weight of this tube before starting this combustion, and we check the exact weight of these two bulbs, and then we start the combustion. And on the combustion, this coal sample will burn. We put this tube in furnace at higher temperature, 700 to 800 degrees centigrade, and from this end we will pass dry air. That dry air means dry oxygen will come here, and in the presence of dry oxygen, this coal will burn and it will release corresponding CO2 and H2. This H2O will trap here, that's why the weight of this U2 will increase, and this CO2 will trap in these two bulbs, so weight of these bulbs will also increase. So we have to find out the increasing weight of this tube and this bulb due to the trapping of CO2 and H2. And the values we will put in these two formulas, we will get the percentage of carbon and hydrogen. Hoping that you would understood the topic very well. Thank you.